All right, I wanted to talk about rent. So a few people, I think I mentioned this in passing, rent, saving money. Mentioned in passing that I often pay for my Airbnb reservations with gift cards, not straight through Airbnb. I buy gift cards on a website that sells discounted gift cards, and then I load the gift cards onto my Airbnb account, and then I just have a balance on Airbnb, and that's how I pay. Saves money because the gift cards are discounted. Also, I know I made a video a long time ago, but I mentioned this and a few people have been asking me in the comments, so I thought I would talk about this. There are a lot of sites out there. The one I always used, it used to be called Raise, R-A-I-S-E. It recently changed names. Everything else seems to be the same. It's now called the Gift Card Exchange. So I think the website is just, I still type in Raise and I get there into my, as the URL. I think it's officially gcx.com/raise maybe, but whatever. If you just Googled like Raise gift cards or GCX, you would get there. But, so I usually buy gift cards, and the initial discount is that I pay a smaller amount than the value of the card. So, also on my credit card, I get 3% off. And this was rare. In addition to both of those things, this was very rare because it's just good practice if you're on the lookout for saving money or you're just being smart with your financials in any sense. You'd be on the lookout for this. It's a little windy. Let me get you out of the wind. Got an email. So many emails I get are just absolute junk emails. But before I delete them, I still read at least the subject line, sometimes the body of the email also. And this isn't a normal thing, but I had this offer one day only, earlier in November. It was every purchase was going to be an additional 2% off to the 3% off I would normally get by buying something on the gift card exchange website. So that's awesome. This example happened. It was two $500 gift cards, so the value of the cards is going to be $1,000. That's what I'm going to receive. I'll put that onto my Airbnb account, and my balance will increase by $1,000. How much would I pay? Well, the price I had to pay, let me look here, $932.98. So right off the bat, I'm saving $67.02 because I'm paying an amount less than the price of the card. In addition to that, the 3% off I get with my credit card would lower that price even more by $27.99. And then this one day of the year thing where I get an additional 2% off, that would lower the price another $18.66. The total would have been $886.33, saving me about 11.5% on these 1,000 Airbnb dollars, if you will. And I'm talking like would have, because I bought the gift cards, but I had to use a card that wasn't this credit card I'm talking about. I had an issue with this credit card recently for not many merchants, but one of the merchants that was giving me this problem was this gift card website, and it was saying my card was expired. It wasn't. I know how to read the expiration date. It wasn't expired. Even when I called the credit card people and talked to an agent, he admitted, I see the expiration date, your card is not expired, but that's the error message I'm getting, that your card is expired, which is odd. So I'm in the process of getting that fixed. I had to use a different card. So I didn't get the 3% off, I didn't get the additional 2% off, so I only got the $67.02 off, which still is solid. Let me look back at my paper. That's about, yeah, it's about 7% off. I didn't get the full like 11.5% off, but it's just good practice. And a lot of people, well, some people, not a lot, they ask when I have a video like this, like, is there, or some people who like discover the channel and then a video like this is one of the first videos they see, they'll say like, is this channel about poker? Like, you have the word poker in the title, like how come nothing was poker related? Oh, this is poker related. First of all, I feel like every video I've ever put up is poker related. This video, I'll just talk about this one specifically, is of course poker related. Expenses are a part of it. Expenses are a part of your net income, not part of your gross. Just poker is the gross, but you have to factor in your expenses when you talk about net. There are a lot of people who play much higher stakes than me. A lot of people play 5-10. A lot of people play higher than that. They claim to make and maybe actually make $75 an hour, $100 an hour, $140 an hour. It looks, if you just looked at them, the way like they dress and the vehicles they drive and where they live and how often they fly from like Vegas to Tampa to LA to any place in the world that has a tournament series. I was talking once, a guy at the Horseshoe Baltimore, he said he recently came from Cyprus, because there was a tournament series there. I didn't expect him to say Cyprus, but yeah. And a lot of these people disappear. Why do people who are winning players at 5'10" and seem to so often have winning sessions disappearing? And under all circumstances, I continue to be in poker. One of the reasons is because I'm thinking about my expenses and I'm thinking about my net income, not just my gross. I'm on the lookout for deals like this. When I'm in supermarkets, I'm on the lookout for things like this. When I'm paying my rent, as it pertains to me, I'm on the lookout for things like this. And it keeps you in poker. It keeps you in whatever you're doing. If I were like trying to be, I don't know, an actor, I would try to do the same things and not waste money. Kai Green, bodybuilder, he said it's he could spend so much money on the food it takes to be a bodybuilder, because often he was like sleeping when he was younger on friends' couches. So okay, he's not paying rent. The food he would normally pay for rent, he could buy massive amounts of chicken, rice, and broccoli and eat what he needs to eat to be a bodybuilder. So these things go hand in hand. Poker isn't just poker the way I see poker. It's like more of a lifestyle, and you can't really separate poker and expenses. So this was just one instance of something where I was on the lookout for saving money, and I was able to. And the way I think about it, the next $67.02 I spend for booking an Airbnb reservation is free. That was the difference between the value of the cards and what I paid for the cards. And after that, the remaining, 900, whatever it is, $932.98. It's as if I'm just paying cash straight to Airbnb, but every once in a while, I, don't pay a chunk, a $30 chunk, a $50 chunk, a $60 chunk, and it adds up. I do want to put up this graph. This is this year by month, separated by month, how much money I've saved. So I put these numbers in here if I think it's the difference between what most other people would pay, or like the advertised price, and what I actually paid. This year, I think it was only two things. It was using my Smith's card at Smith's, the supermarket in Vegas, and Airbnb, buying Airbnb gift cards for less than they're worth. But this one, I started keeping track of these savings in mid-2016. So this is how much I've saved each year. It's not like anytime in the near future I'll be buying a castle or something like that, but it comes out to about $225 a year, and worth it. Worth it to be on the lookout for things like this. Sometimes on that site there will be like a $25 Walmart gift card, and it's worth like $24, or the price they're asking is like $24.10, and then that means, for one, it's only a 90-cent savings. I'm also going to have to go to the FedEx store on the Strip and print it, and that's going to be like 22 cents. So yeah, not worth it when I'm only going to save 68 cents. Not every possible savings out there is worth it, but these big chunks on these Airbnb gift cards definitely are. Sometimes it's like $30 chunks. In this instance, buying these two $500 gift cards, it's like a $67 chunk. So I'm on the lookout. Not always worth it to take advantage of something, but often is, and I save about $225 a year doing it, and it's more money in my pocket, and it's keeping me further and further away from ever having money problems. As I see it, very much related to poker. And remember, rice is a spoon food.